We'll get started in about 30 minutes. Please make yourselves comfortable and welcome.
We hope you're having a wonderful time while we play some great music on Game Time. Welcome to Los Alamos High School. All fans should realize that by their attendance at this game, they become participants, and the schools are ultimately responsible for all participants. More music to come here on Game Time.
Here in Los Alamos, we're your soundtrack for good times.
Because it revs you up.
Go Toppers! It's a powerful combination. The Los Alamos Hilltoppers and Game Time.
Come on, take a little walk with me, baby, and tell me who do you love.
music. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Los Alamos.
We've got some great tunes to go along with all the excitement on game time here for the Hilltopper fans. Athletic officials are seldom given the appreciation they deserve. They are given the responsibility and authority to enforce the rules of the game. Please treat the officials with the same good sportsmanship you treat the students. More music is coming up here on Game Time.
It's game day for the Los Alamos Hilltoppers, and that means it's game time. Playlist for the best times. All the time. Welcome to Los Alamos.
Don't really know me. the world now, darling, so don't let go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got time, yeah, we got love. So darling, just where you stay, right by my side. And we got love, yeah. Darling, just where you stay, right by my side. Be my forever, be my forever, be my forever. Be my forever, be my forever, be my forever. Have me forever, love you forever. Be my forever, be my forever, be my forever, be my forever. When someone said count your blessings down for the long gone, I guess I just didn't know how. I was all wrong. They knew better. Still, you said forever and ever. Who knew? Yeah. I'll keep you locked in my hand until we meet again. Until we meet again. I won't forget you, my friend. What happened? If someone said 3 years from now you'd be long gone, I'd stand up and punch them out. 'Cause they're all wrong, yeah. That last kiss I'll cherish until we meet again. And time makes it harder. I wish I could remember, but I keep your memory. You visit me in my sleep, my darling. Who knew? Darling, you knew. Darling, I miss you. Darling, who knew?
Another great song here on Game Time. Hilltopper fans, sportsmanship is a vital part of athletics. During the contest, if you see someone using poor behavior, please notify facility personnel. Sportsmanship is of utmost importance, and everyone should enjoy the contest in a fun and healthy environment.
Good
Thank you
morning,
for your
graduation
cooperation.
spectators.
More music
We'll be
is
getting
coming up
started
on
in
Game
about
Time.
5 minutes here, and I want to take a second to welcome you and orient you to our space. If you need to use the restrooms are located in this beautiful new facility off here to your right-hand side. They're under the patio here in the area labeled restrooms. Our old restrooms are now storage, so please head to your right if you need to use the restrooms. A couple of other reminders. We're thrilled to be able to have an in-person graduation ceremony this year. Please remember that under Public Education Department rules, masks are still required, even outdoors, by everyone who's participating, so we appreciate your cooperation in that. Also, please remember that we are going to be live streaming this event, so we'll need to keep this area around the 50-yard line clear. So once we get started, please keep this area here in the center clear. Also, as you are sitting out here in the sun today, please be mindful of the people sitting behind you. If you happen to have an umbrella, please make sure that you lower it once we start. We can't have any tall umbrellas. Some people have umbrellas that they might be able to hold right next to their head and not block the spectators behind. But please be mindful of the people sitting behind you. Same goes for large displays of balloons or anything else that you may have. We'll be getting started in about 4 minutes here, so if you need to head off to get a drink or use the restrooms, now's a great time to do that.
keeping me afloat. You're my
Not yet. Good morning, everyone. It's the time we've all been waiting for. If you can, please rise as our graduates enter.
bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Left, face, forward, march. Columns left, march. Right, face, color guard. Everyone. Order, color. Color guard. Dismiss. Hi, ma'am. Hoorah!
Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to just recognize what a unique treat it is to be together. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who gets a little emotional seeing all of our students together in one place for an occasion like this. It was a beautiful moment. Isabella Clarkson, one of our seniors, did an incredible job with the national anthem. And it's only appropriate that such a beautiful student voice should begin this ceremony for us. I'd like to thank you all for being here today, and I'd like to thank the graduates for the hard work that they've done that's brought us here in this really odd year. Thank you, graduates. This hard work doesn't happen without a lot of help and support, and I'd like to recognize some key leaders who are here today. First, I'd like to recognize our school board president, Melanie Colgan, our school board vice president, Ellen Spector, school board member Christine Bernstein, Representative Christine Chandler, Senator Leo Jaramillo, and our superintendent for one more hour or so, Dr. Kurt Steinhaus. This leadership extends to the teachers who are seated amongst our students and the fans. Thank you, teachers. And especially to the families, the moms, the dads, the uncles, the aunts, the brothers and sisters who supported our graduates through the last year and through the last 18. Thank you all very much. Now, grads, I said it was only fitting that a student voice open this ceremony, and Isabella, thank you. Next, we will hear from our student speaker, Michaela Gonzalez.
honorable members of the school board, to LAHS administrators, teachers, and staff, to friends and families, and to the class of 2021. I am honored to stand in front of you all, the class that defied the odds, the class that saved the day, that got the happy ending, the class made of heroes. But every storyteller and movie watcher knows that the greatest heroes overcome the biggest zeros. We are the class that never earned any class points in any pep rallies or competitions. So much so, when they announced that we had 0 points, we raised our hands in the air in the shape of a zero and cheered as if we had something we were proud of. Because we were proud of it. We strived to keep the streak going. And still to this day, I don't believe we have any points our last 4 years. Or if we do, let's face it, it should probably be 0. We also had 0 traditional senior experiences, 0 Billy Bob or Powder Puff games, 0 Flo Rida songs blasting over the speakers at homecoming, 0 on-time sports schedules. Let's be real, maybe a couple zeros in power school, and 0 motivation. But I'm not gonna stand up here today and talk about the things that we didn't have. Rather, what we've accomplished without them. We've made it onto this field, or bleachers, with perseverance and resilience, with intentionality, with our friends, families, teachers, and staff, with our up-all-nighters and Google Meet exhaustion, with packed schedules and run-down Chromebooks, with memories that we will forever cherish and laughs we'll forever carry. We've made it here not because we had 0, but because we turned out to be heroes. And sure, maybe all of these zeros were just bad luck for our class. Maybe it was karma for not chanting loud enough in the pep rallies or not donating enough canned goods during Thanksgiving. Maybe all we needed to do was just get through this year and everything will be okay later on. Or maybe not. Maybe we are better equipped for adversity that we'll encounter in the future. Maybe we have learned to invest in relationships to seek a deeper level of human connection. Maybe we found new ways to learn, to process material and put it into practice. Maybe we learned to excel under pressure. Maybe our need to plan ahead, to have a rigid schedule 24/7, loosened, and now we glide with the waves of life. Maybe we were reminded of being alone, to find peace in the presence of our own company. Maybe we learned to laugh at ourselves and not take ourselves too seriously. And maybe, just maybe, we turned into steadfast, determined, ambitious human beings prepared to make the world a better place. No pressure, though. They say we are living through history, but I like to think we are doing more than just living it. We are making history. We are the ones writing it. We are more than just the class that got the short end of the stick, that got things taken from them, that spent a solid 2.5 years in the building. We are not just those seniors that never woke up in time for class, maybe binge-watched Grey's Anatomy in a week, or played Call of Duty into the wee hours of the night. No, we are activists, athletes, musicians, learners, scholars, who chose to rise above our situation, to transcend the turmoil and pursue what sets our hearts ablaze. Our class, our friends, our generation are the ones who are going to change the world
because the world changed us. And that is definitely worth more than zero.
So after this, thank you. So after the cap and gown is stored in a box, after we pack up the car, after we say goodbye to our friends and family, after we go for our next step, there are going to be plenty of zeros thrown at us. The rejections, the breakups, the breakdowns, the missed opportunities, and the fall throughs. There'll be times we ask for help, and there will be times we go it alone. Nevertheless, we are the class of 2021. We thrive from zero. We are the masters of zero to heroes. Thank you.
Next, we will hear from Andrew West, who will introduce our next speaker.
Good morning, LAHS students and guests, and welcome to graduation. My name is Andrew West, and I have the honor of introducing one of this year's guest speakers. Mr. Lathrop, or Reverend Lathrop, as many of us fondly know him, is one of our school's most beloved teachers. Mr. Lathrop has been teaching at LAHS for 24 years, and I have been lucky enough to have him as an AP US history teacher in 10th grade, along with having his wife as a 5th grade teacher. Mr. Lathrop was one of my favorite teachers in high school because of the energy he brought to every class. Even as we students would come in unmotivated and tired, Mr. Lathrop would find a way to perk up everyone's spirits with a funny story, an interesting lesson, or an impromptu Chili Works run. While he is an amazing person all around, one quality of Mr. Lathrop's that I want to highlight is his integrity and passion for doing the right thing. For those of you who don't know, I have an older brother who graduated from LAHS 2 years ago who had a knack for climbing large structures that he was absolutely not supposed to be on. One day, my brother found himself on the roof of Dwayne Smith, which coincidentally is most visible from Mr. Lathrop's classroom. I later found out that Mr. Lathrop, being the upstanding teacher he is, ended up calling security on my brother and getting him suspended. Thank you for being such a responsible teacher, Mr. Lathrop. Family grudges aside, it was a pleasure to be in Mr. Lathrop's class, and I and the rest of the student body appreciate all the work that he has done for us. Let's give it up for Mr. Lathrop.
Thank you, Andrew. It's kind of an issue speaking at Los Alamos High School because the students who speak before you set the bar so dang high. Congratulations to all of you. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem and well said. You're well spoken. Good morning, class of 2021. I'm so happy to be with you this morning and will be forever grateful that we can at least spend this penultimate moment of your high school tenure physically together. You've had many reasons to say that this year sucks, but collectively, most of you rightly didn't. You made the best of what was able to be done in a once-a-century pandemic. So that will be the last to say of your misfortune, and we'll instead focus on what you have done and what I hope you will do. I'm truly honored by your invitation to speak today. Thank you. I'm also incredibly humbled to represent the fine educators in this school district. I thank you, Andrew, for your kind words, mostly kind. But more for including my wife, your 5th grade teacher, in your comments. You recognize that every student here was educated by many people. Your education did not start when you arrived here at LAHS. Teachers at this high school enjoy the privilege of working with the most well-prepared freshmen that any high school could expect. And we inherit the ceremony of recognizing the culmination of your work through many more than the 4 years you spent on this campus. Aspen Tigers, are you in the house? How about the Barranca Bobcats? Chamisa Cheetahs? Mountain Lions, are you in the house? Pinion Panthers, give us a shout. Finally, LAMS Hawks, let's hear your Hawk pride. 10 spirit points. Andrew, I thank you for reminding me and now everyone in attendance to recognize the totality of what we're celebrating today and helping me inspire my words to your classmates. LAHS class of 2021, you have been fortunate to have been guided in your learning by some of the most dedicated adults you will ever meet. Please take some time today to reflect back on the teachers, administrators, instructional assistants, librarians, secretaries, security officers, bus drivers, activity sponsors, coaches, counselors, school nurses, custodians, school board members, lunchroom workers, maintenance workers, volunteers, and all of those I've failed to mention who you can remember seeing in the buildings that taxpayers helped fund to be built so you can be here today. That list, thank you. That list was intentionally exhaustive. You see, one of the greatest ideas born of the American mind was that of making a public education widely available. Notice I did not say a free public education, nor did I say it would be available to everyone. While you nor your parents are obliged to pay for that education individually, our state and its taxpayers most certainly foot the bill. It is not at all free. It is a huge investment that your fellow citizens have made in you and not one you should take for granted. It's an investment you owe those fellow citizens for making. Many of you who sit before me would not have been seen as worthy of that investment when expansive public education was conceived. If you are not Anglo or are female, your educational opportunities would have been non-existent or severely limited. While there is still work to be done, we have come a long way in this country in our dedication to educating our citizens regardless of gender or race. We have done so largely because the best of us have devoted ourselves to that beautiful ideal found in our Pledge of Allegiance, liberty and justice for all. I haven't always been that adamant about reciting the pledge daily. There were days when I missed all or part of it because the beginning of class is chaotic with all of the requests for a teacher's attention. Other days, a burrito run might have diverted my attention and yours, testing whether our devotion was to the flag and republic or to our chili addiction. Sometimes, though, it was just hard to recite. When in history class we were getting ready to study one of the episodes in which we Americans so badly failed up to live to the ideals articulated in the Declaration of Independence and or violated the spirit of the Constitution, written to legally codify those ideals, the attempted annihilation of the people native to this continent, tolerance and then armed defense by some of the slavery of black and part black people, the internment of Japanese Americans and other blatantly racist acts against Asians and other ethnicities, the murder of 4 black children during Sunday school in Montgomery, resistance to full equality for women and our LGBTQ brothers and sisters. All of these chapters in our history could lead one to believe that the Pledge of Allegiance is an oath of hypocrisy. I'm asking of you to think of it differently and join me in viewing the pledge as a commitment to our republic and to making liberty and justice for all a reality. Join me in seeing our pledge not as my country, right or wrong, and instead as my country where wrong can be made right. Let it be a celebration of the founding fathers and mothers with their imperfect ideas of liberty and justice, and of those who have steered us closer to the truer meaning of those words. This commitment is especially important in the light of the events of January 6th. I have very consciously recited the pledge every time I was invited to since that day. No matter which presidential candidate you preferred, the post-election mayhem should have terrified you. As a history teacher, I certainly was. I, like our founding fathers, know how fragile our form of democracy is, and I understand that great nations rise and fall. Not since our Civil War had this country witnessed violence as a response to a lost election. The terrorist fools who stormed your Capitol, smashed its windows, murdered a police officer, and strewn feces on the floors and walls were not committed to our flag or to liberty and justice for all. I call them fools because they were motivated by defending the biggest lie of a man who had deceived them more than 30,000 times while in power, including the vow that he would be right there with them as they assaulted the seat of our democracy. I call them terrorists because their acts fit that definition to a T, and their true motives were betrayed by the shirts they wore and the banners they carried, celebrating the Holocaust of Jews, a racist confederacy, a future civil war, and allegiance to an authoritarian leader. While those ideas have reared their ugly heads in our past, let's not allow them to be normalized again. Let us mimic instead those mentioned earlier who devote themselves to making liberty and justice for all a reality. So how do you, class of 2021, help right the wrongs of January 6th and get back on track to realizing the promise of the pledge? You vote, and you work so your fellow citizens are given equal access so they too can vote. You read credible sources and stay informed. You stand up to those whose ideas and actions are counter to the ideals the United States was founded upon. You get to know your neighbors. You take part in your community. You get to know other people who are different than you. You do things so that other people are better and safer. And class of 2021, please do pledge your allegiance to this nation's flag, but understand that it is nothing but a piece of cloth unless you also pledge to the republic for which it stands and to the ideas of liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and best of luck to you, beautiful people. I'd like to introduce my good friend, William McTeague.
Good morning, toppers. Let's be a light in our community and shine brighter than the sun. I brought you announcements every morning over the intercom, and now I'm giving you the final announcement of your high school years. Today, I have the distinct privilege to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Kurt Steinhaus. 49 years ago, Dr. Steinhaus graduated from Los Alamos High School in the class of 1972. He's retiring this year after 45 years of a career in education. I think he wanted to leave with the best class of Los Alamos High School. It doesn't get any better than the class of 2021. Dr. Steinhaus has made a tremendous impact on Los Alamos Public Schools. He guided the school board on important decisions. I saw Dr. Steinhaus give detailed presentations to the school board every month that considered a multitude of perspectives. He created a strategic plan to guide district and school operations, which he exemplified this year during COVID. Through personal emails and a weekly newsletter, Dr. Steinhaus kept us up to date with important information that impacted us and made sure we knew what was going on and kept our LAPS community connected. After everything he brought us through with COVID, I would say he earned the right to retire. Dr. Steinhaus gave students a voice at the table of the school board by creating the positions of school board liaisons. Our class liaisons were Audrey Nolan, Logan Black, and Sheena Hahn. Dr. Steinhaus heard our opinions about returning to in-person school. Aren't you glad that we could come back and complete our senior year in person? Thank you, Dr. Steinhaus and administration, for making it possible for us to be back with our classmates. This sure beats a virtual graduation. Dr. Steinhaus established a mission for our schools, and each one of you is a direct beneficiary. Through the Thrive program, he made certain that during these 4 years, you would discover your own unique gifts and be great at it. I encourage you to further develop your gifts and invest a lifetime in others, like Dr. Steinhaus has done. Dr. Steinhaus led school construction at Bronca Elementary, Mountain Elementary, and this beautiful new field house that you see just east of us. Generations of athletes and visitors will enjoy this facility. I think it could be named the Steinhaus Field House. Sounds catchy, right? Dr. Steinhaus showed his support for us at many of our school events. He was like our school dad. For 7 years, he was present at our spelling bees, science fairs, award ceremonies, competitions, and he even directed our annual spring band concerts. He was as our future topper night, handing us graduation invitations, and we are honored to have him here today at our graduation, showing us his continued support. Please stand and join me to give a warm welcome and a hearty thank you to Superintendent Dr. Kurt Steinhaus. Dr. Steinhaus, you have expressed that your future plans include training the next generation of superintendents in New Mexico. May God bless you with continued success in your future endeavors. On behalf of the class of 2021, we thank you for your investment in our education. We'd like to grant you this cord and this certificate and name you an honorary member of the most resilient and the greatest class, the Los Alamos High School class of 2021. Thank you, Dr. Steinhaus, and God bless.
Thank you, William. And good morning, everybody. I am truly excited to be here today with you. Congratulations to the Los Alamos High School class of 2021. Okay, parents, family members, that was pretty good. Remember, this is the class of zero, as we just heard from Michaela. I will invite you right now to stand up, make those stands rock. Congratulations to the 2020 Topper graduation. Students, you have finally made it. Today, there's a full capacity crowd here at Sullivan Field, along with a whole bunch of other people watching live and online to honor you. Take a look around. We are all here for you. Doesn't that feel good? Want to make some noise with your feet? Go for it. This ceremony is just for Topper graduates. In fact, this whole day, and even the month of May, has been all about you. And of course, about your family. I've got a promise for you this morning. Same one you get at the drive-up in McDonald's, and the same promise that King Henry VIII gave his wife. Don't worry, I won't keep you long. I hope you laughed at that, because that was my best joke. Let's start with a story. It's about an incredible superpower you have in your hands right now. Some may not know about this gift, and a few already know how to use this power. Some even know what it feels like to be on the receiving end. At the end of this story, I'm going to invite you to try it here and now. Let's begin the story. Out of the blue, a former student named Brenda said, "Mr. Steinhaus, I've contacted you on social media because I want to tell you a little bit about what I've been through. Can I do that?" And I wrote back and I said, "Of course." She said, "You might remember, I started down a path, drugs, alcohol, skipping class, and even following my brother to possibly dropping out of class. And instead of that, there was something about your class. I started showing up. I got excited. I graduated from high school, graduated from college, got married, have 2 children, and I've got a wonderful life." And she said, "Mr. Steinhaus, I think you're the one that turned it around for me." And oh my goodness, did that feel good. But here's the truth of that story. It wasn't about me. It was all about Brenda and her choices. And the impact of her appreciation that she extended to me, I have carried that every day since. Now, let's think about that for you, right here, right now. Look around this stadium. Is there somebody here today, or is there somebody that's no longer living you want to think about? A parent, a grandparent, a pastor, a family member. You have the power in your hands to send a powerful message they will carry for the rest of their lives. Want to join me right now? Maybe just stand up and give a rounding applause for somebody in this audience that you appreciate. Thank you. Yeah, go for it. You know, while we're giving thanks, let's also give thanks to Mr. Payne and his entire team that redesigned graduation for a second year in a row and pulled it off. This is a great success. Okay, that was all about showing gratitude to others. Now, let's talk about you for a few minutes. Here are some facts about the diploma you're about to receive. Nobody can take it away from you. It's yours for life. It also includes the cherished, honored brand, Los Alamos High School. It's a beginning, it's not an end. And from this day forward, you have the responsibility to use your diploma to succeed in life. Since all of us want you to succeed, I have 3 other ideas to share with you. Ideas, as William just said, I wish somebody would have shared with me when I was sitting in your chair 49 years ago. The ideas I plan to share come from my life's experiences. And here's my metric for success this morning. If just one of these points causes you to pause for a moment, or if I challenge your current thinking even a little, then I've been successful. When I asked people for one word that describes the class of 2021, that's you, I kept hearing the word resilient by a factor of 10 to 1. Here's some other words I heard in describing you: resourceful, adaptable, tenacious. Mr. Payne said unsinkable. Mrs. Dunwoody said patient. Yep, you heard me right. Mrs. Dunwoody had one word and she called you patient. Miss Gonzalez, strong. Other words describing the class of 2021: optimistic, determined, kind, and boundless creativity. So you and your class are already known as resilient. That's the ability to face adversity and bounce back stronger than ever. The key phrase that makes resilience a superpower is back stronger than ever. In your life going forward, sometimes you'll be faced with tough challenges. If you can learn from what actually happened and be smarter the next time, then resilience becomes your superpower. Here comes another joke, pretty subtle and pretty dry. Here's wisdom from Will Rogers. Good judgment comes from experience, and a lot of that comes from bad judgment. Will Rogers also said, the second mouse gets the cheese. Okay, we've talked about gratitude and resilience. A third superpower that you have in your hands right now is the ability to be present in the moment. What? Why is that a superpower? Well, in today's world with multiple devices, texting, social media, it is particularly challenging to develop the skill to be present in the moment. Try it right now. Try to enjoy this time in the stands, even though it's a little uncomfortable. Enjoy being here and be present in the moment. Forget about your fear maybe of tripping on this stage as you come get your diploma or your plans for tonight. Forget about everything else. Your ability to focus and live in the moment is a power that will serve you day in and day out. Last but not least, let's talk about determination, hard work, persistence, tenacity, the ability to hang tough no matter what. This is your fourth superpower. As Oprah Winfrey said, the secret to life is that there is no secret. Whatever your goal, you can get there if you're willing to work. So we've talked about gratitude, resilience, attentiveness, and determination. Each of these are the same because they give you power and do not cost a penny. They differ in implementation and how long it takes to perfect the skill set. Gratitude is a superpower when it's sincere. Resilience is a superpower when you make improvements based on what happened. Attentiveness is a superpower when you use it with determination. And determination is a superpower when you keep it in control. Imagine for a minute a soccer game out on that field right in front of you. If your determination gets out of control, you might get a red card, or you might get an injury. That would be no longer a superpower. You may already have heard that graduation speeches are often forgotten before you even leave the stadium. So here's a trick to help you remember these superpowers. Just remember the word grad. G for gratitude, R for resilience, A for attentiveness, and D for determination. You are a topper grad with new knowledge about how to succeed in life. In closing, let's talk about finding and following your passion. Have you ever heard that advice? What that really means is to find a career path that assures you will be resilient, attentive, and determined about the important things, along with showing sincere appreciation to others. In order to keep these 4 superpowers, find people who make you shine and add them to your team. Add them to your list of professional contacts. You are keeping that list, right? Ask them to be your mentor. Engage them as part of your continued education. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, hitch your wagon to a star. Even more valuable than the high school diploma you're receiving today, sorry, school board members, are the professional relationships you will establish. Cherish, build, and maintain your professional contacts. These are the people who will enter your world, recognize your strengths, and then provide opportunities to help you shine. They probably don't look like you, sound like you, or even be what you expect, but they often know more than you do, and that's the whole point. Finally, I'd like to end with a quote from the book Tuesdays with Maury. Devote yourself to loving others, devote yourself to your community around you, and devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose in life. Congratulations, make good decisions, and good luck, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Steinhaus. So as the principal, this is the moment when I get to say that you all have officially met the requirements for graduation. So here we go. Superintendent Steinhaus, Board President Colgan, members of the school board, and members of the community. It is my honor as the principal of Los Alamos High School to certify that the graduates in front of you have successfully completed all requirements for graduation as established by the Los Alamos Public School District and the New Mexico State Public Education Department. Congratulations. Please welcome Isabella Clarkson back to the stage as she sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
far behind me, behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, and high above the chimney tops is where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dare to, oh why can't I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up when the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, and high above the chimney tops is where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dare to, oh why can't
That was beautiful, Isabella. Graduates, prepare to take your places. Families, this is when the big moment happens. It's my pleasure to present the graduates of the class of 2021. Isabella Elizabeth Shemaim Clarkson. Michaela Joelle Gonzalez. Andrew Christopher West. William Jefford Vasquez McTeague.
Yeah, William!
Malik L. Abuda. Leah May Adair. Connor James Aarons. Tyler James Aarons. Paul Daniel Alcazar. Alexandra Georgiana Irina Angel. Lydia Lilu Appel. Pedro Antonio Archuleta IV. Alani Jalen Armendariz. Elizabeth A. Atencio. Luke Frederick Andrew Atkins. Juliana Marie Baca. Ezekiel Isaiah Bartow. Jackson Timothy Bell. Brooklyn Isidore Ballou. Maximilian Peter Burnt. Evelyn Rose Berninger. Tallulah Rose Bjarkey. Logan Reed Black. Kaya Nicole Blue. Daniela Bojorquez Marquez. Robert James Robert Bourget. Noah James Bridgewater. Taven Zachary Brogan. Savannah Grace Brown. Eric Jason Burns. Charlotte Ann Carr. Emily Rose Carr. Emelina M. Carreño. Skylar C. Casados. Ivan Salvatore Casalina. Samuel Patrick Castillo. Robin Sarah Chartrand. Esperanza Elizabeth Chavarria. Alex A. Chavez Franco. Helene Susana Chavez. Samuel Chiriliano. Anna Doris Clark. Kevin Boyack Clark. Ursula Rose Hollingsworth Coe. Michaela Janisa Cordova. Maximilian Eaton Corliss. Austin Conrad Cormeyer. Emily Rose Covarrubias. Mason Wade DeAndrea. Jonathan Isaiah Danforth. Angela Alexandra Davidenko. Ariana de la Torre. Natalia Louise de Bardeleben. Filippo Delzano. Sophia Amelie Dendy. Savannah Estrella Diaz. Audrey Grace Downing. Kaisa Elizabeth Drew. Amelia Rose Duffy. Sonia Dunkley. Gleb Zuba. Karen Ruth Eby. Catherine Erica Elton. Eliza Marie Evans. Catherine Rebecca Fanning. Mariah Fordham. Annika Shaw Fox. Cooper Jackson Frank. Jeremy Gabriel Gallegos. Francisco Roberto Garcia y Montoya. Christopher William Francisco Garcia. Dakota Kaylee Adeline Garcia. Damian Cruz Garcia. Jose Mauricio Garcia. Hannah Leala Gartz. Damian Elijah Gonzalez. Caitlin Nicole Gonzalez. Caitlin Renee Gonzalez. Joeve Marie Gully. Jimmy Dennis Gurule. Ayla Nicole Gustafson. Cameron James Haig. Clara Lee Wilder Hagenstad. Ella Grace Haley. Sheena Lung Han. Jenna Lee Harris. Tia Donna Marie Hartzell. Jaden Michael Harvey. Autumn Fu Chu Hawkins. Seth James Heatherly. Riley J. Hernandez. James Allen Holland. Savannah Tiana Hoogerhughes. Liam Daniel Hooks. Isabel Catherine Huff. Nathan Humphrey. Kenneth Michael Inbody. Haley Grace Jackson. Andrew Michael Jeffrey. Gabriel Emerson Jennings. Nathan Grant Johnson. Alyssa Leanne Johnston. Jessica J. Justice. Gabriel F. M. Katko. Zachary Webb Kane. Robert Ignatius Kuropatwinski. David Ming Kwai. Logan Christopher Lacapa. Frances Caroline Laurent. Anthony James Leston. Griffin Max Franklin Light. Mia Louise Littleton. Joseph R. Liu. Paige Eris Long. Amber Anita Lujan. Michael Isaiah Lujan. Noah Mullane Lyons. Adam Tristan Benino Joseph. Ready? William Lewis McInnes. Isaiah J. Maestas. Jays Israel Maestas. Samuel Jose Maestas. Nicholas Tomas Martin. Jackson Jeffrey Martinez. Fred William Martinez III. Camille Amy Martinez. Dominic Leon Martinez. Caitlin Abigail Martinez. Mateo Martinez. Natasha Suzanne Martinez. Sarah Bell Martinez. Isabella Rio Martinez Pruitt. Kari Andrea Mason. Christine Elizabeth Matthew. Devin Daniel Mayfield. Aiden Jared McCleskey. By the way, happy birthday, Aiden. Andrew Edward McCumber. Zechariah James McRoberts. Hayden Robert Meadows. Mark Daniel Mayana. Ashley M. Miller. Sean David Mitchell. Emma Jaden Montano. Reina Marie Morales. Kara Ann Moss. Mira Sage Maurer. Nicholas Mozerski. Elijah Isaiah Munoz. Bailey Bree Nassis. Tyler Ray Neal. Constantine Isaac Nelson. Jalen Justin Nevares. Sean Jason Newman. Brittany Wong Wen. Nathan Lynn Nichols. Victoria Nizoli. Carter Andrew Nonex. Audrey Lynn Nolan. Rachel Lee Norman. Joseph J. O'Grady. Isaac Russell Ortega. Cecily Palmer. Ariana Perrick. Michael Evert Patchett. Jacoby Ryan Platero. Joshua Ethan Posada. Jillian Elise Puckett. Leanna Purvis. Mabel Elizabeth Pyle. Luke James Rainey. Caitlin Marie Remdy. Aaliyah Isabel Richens. Rachel Ann Ruth Rivera. James S. Rodriguez III. Eliana Maria Rodriguez. Isaac Alex Romero. Kiana Renee Romero. Brendan Alex Rosenberger.
Yeah, Brendan!
Kevin Anthony Roybal. Ryan St. John Salmon. Angel Sanchez. Rafael Antonio Sanchez. Brandy Elizabeth Sandoval. Colby J. Sapp. Eloisa Leona Hannah Shappert. Zachary Alexander Schrod. Takama Richard Sheena. Caden Lee Schrader. Natalie Simmons. Blake Alexander Simons. Nathan Prestridge Sims. Garrett Parker Slama. Leah Elizabeth Smith. Monica Royanne Smith. Margaret S. Stevens. Hannah Page Stidham. Brianna Nicole Ray Sutton. Connor Neil Simmons. Cameron David Taylor. Ronald James Turp. Kent Joel Tashima. Daisy Grace Exene Thomas. Cassidy Hope Trujillo. Dominique Angel Trujillo. Kira G. Sudol. Dana Gladys Elizabeth Deanne Urbach. Dana Deanne Urbach, I apologize. Valerie Desiree Valdez. Quintus George Vandewater. Nalani Nicole Varela. Antonio Daniel Vigil. Tyler Ray Vigil Cordova. Mei Tian Vo. Hallie Christina Warwick. Leeson Scott Weaver. Tyler Douglas Weiss. Amelia Rain White. Sage Gabrielle Wilcox. Audrey Irene Wild. Adrian Tyler Will. Julia Marie Williams. Dominic Stephen Wilson. Maybell Hachiba Bird Wilson. Calvin T. Weimer. Logan Gerald Wingo. Sebastian Choi Wood. Augustus Robert Yeager. And Bailey Elise Yost. All right, toppers, you have your diplomas in hand and you have the tassels on your caps. It is now time to go through the time-honored tradition of turning your tassels from your right to your left. Congratulations, toppers. You are graduates. Toppers, we are so proud of every single one of you. You have all officially, as of this moment, made it. You are a graduate of Los Alamos High School, and no one can ever take that away. Congratulations. Hats off to you. Thank you, graduates. This concludes our ceremony. Families, graduates will meet you in the end zone areas as they process toward the field.